Guys, and welcome back to Plasmatic Productions. Just a little disclaimer before the video begins. This is a video that I filmed a decent while back when the channel wasn't doing very well. Like the Forza Season 2 finale, I never uploaded it until, well, I'm going to be uploading this now. But the speed build quality is good, but the actual review didn't go very well because in the original cut of this, which I edited back on my phone, and it didn't work out very well because editing on the phone is terrible, I post-recorded myself talking over the speed build because I couldn't find any non-copyrighted music. Now I know about the YouTube's audio library, which is amazing. So in the review, I often mention how I mention things in post-recording, which I don't. So this is mostly just a speed build. And please forgive my kind of not that great review at the end, but I'll leave it in just for your entertainment. Alright, let's get on with the video.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Plasmatic Productions, and today we're going to be doing another LEGO speed build, and today we're going to be looking at the LEGO Ideas Friends set of Central Perk. So, let's open her up and let's take a look. Now, we're going to take a look at the complete finished set. Now, I'm gonna keep this short so this doesn't go on for too long. So, this is what it all looks like with all the friends filled in. You can put them in any arrangement you want. This is how they all usually end up sitting anyway. You got Ross on his armchair, Monica, Rachel, and Phoebe on the couch, Joey sitting on his chair backwards, and then Chandler sitting here. Now, yeah, it doesn't quite stay on very well because it's a very small space, but sorry about that. Things just falling off all over the place. You can see the menu on that side there, which is, I'm really glad they paid attention to that detail and they just didn't make it like lorem ipsum gibberish things. If you notice, the service sign sticks out a lot. I mentioned that in the post-recording, but this way you can sort of see it from this angle. Here's my little tip, because it says that you can swap out the microphone for the piano. Now, when you're not using the piano, I just recommend putting it back there because there's some nice empty space, and it's not a place that you're going to want to be using that much, I would assume. I mean, if you do, it's great because there's a little couch, but it's just the only extra space in this entire set because everything's so filled up. Yeah, these are just my own personal recommendations about where you can fit things. And overall, I would completely recommend the set, even whether or not you are a Friends fan or not. It's still just a great set because, one thing, it's a bargain. It retails for $59.99 in the US and I want to say $59.99 in Canada, but it is over 1,000 pieces, and God, I should be keeping track of the piece count. But it's just such a great bargain. It's so detailed, it's so sturdy, and I still messed up. Look at this poor stage light. It has to be stuck at an angle because I messed up in the first bag. But yeah, I'm just gonna look at the minifigures and then like, subscribe, hit that notifications bell, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. So the first minifigure that we're gonna be looking at is Ross Geller. Now Ross, they just gave him the boring old no printing on the legs, no printing on the arms, but that's just to be expected because there's not much you can do with a lot of these figures because they're just supposed to be wearing regular clothes for the most part. He has a spiky hairpiece, and they captured a bit of the his David Schwimmer's face style. He's got minimal printing on the back, and he does have an alternate, more happy expression. And sorry for the stand, I'm just using one of the Hall of Armor display things. And I'm sorry I never did the speed build and review. I mean, I filmed them, but I never posted them because they ended up being too long. Not that I have a fan base that actually cares. Comment down if you care, if you made it this far. But yeah, that is Ross Geller. The next figure that we're going to be looking at is Monica Geller. Monica comes with one accessory, but comes with an extra piece, 2 of these small chocolate, I want to say muffins? Brownies? I can't tell. No leg printing, but it does have torso printing like Ross did. And I'm glad that these 2 colors match up quite perfectly, although it doesn't quite continue onto the sides, which kind of sucks. But on the Monica does have back printing, which is just the overalls that continue onto the front. Overalls, right? Sorry, suspenders. The suspenders that carry on from the front into the back. Monica uses one of the long, wavy hair pieces and has a angrier alternate expression. And that is Monica Geller. The next character that we have is Rachel Green, and she is one of the more elaborate characters of this set. and one of the most accurate. For once, they actually captured the hairpiece correctly, making it look so much like the show. And this is one of the only sort of realistic-looking characters out of all of them, to be honest. This one does have leg printing with a flowered apron, to be exact. With quite a lot of detail, but it still has that faded look because it's been worn out. She comes with one cup and another cup on her platter, which is just sort of like a Captain America shield piece, but with a stud in the center. She also has some pretty nice front printing with the same... Now, these are overalls, I think. That continue on to the bottom, and it's on the back as well. And then she has an alternate expression, which is much angrier, where Ross is assuming that they're on a break, and then he sleeps with somebody else, and yada, yada, yada. You need to see the show. So, oops, sorry, spoiler alert. Our next character is Phoebe Buffet. Phoebe Buffet, I think, has the best torso printing in the entire set. It's super ornate, no leg printing, no arm printing, but the back printing is, I'd say, equally ornate, if not more, but it also reveals her second head, which is supposed to be her when she is singing, I guess. But then I think the best part about this figure is still her accessory, which is the guitar. If this was just a printed and somewhat molded piece, I'd be, whatever. But if I hold it like this, you can actually see that the bridge is textured, the fingerboard is textured, and even the 6 pegs at the end are textured. So that's what really makes this figure, is this outstanding accessory. They really knocked it out of the park with this one, I think. It's really something. Our next character is Mr. Joey Chibiani himself. He's actually my personal favorite friend. Well, he was for actually many years. I always loved Joey. I think I'm slightly more of a Chandler guy now, but I still really love Joey. He comes with no leg printing, I want to say the blandest torso that I've seen this entire set, and super boring accessories with the pizza box and the pizza slice. But there's the one accessory that is also really cool and just a great attention to detail. It is Joey's man bag, and it only appears in one episode in which Joey carries around a man bag. Everyone calls it a purse, when Rachel actually sells it to him as a man bag. He has almost no back printing, wavy hairpiece that does not fit him at all, and just another smirk over there. I really think that they sort of missed it with this one. None of them besides Rachel really look like the characters, but this one is just so far from it. You have to really look into it in order to see it, and it just really doesn't capture a proper representation. The man bag is even supposed to be black. I mean, I guess they did it to stand out against the legs, but so would have been nice if they paid more attention to detail. Okay, and as our second to last character, here we have Chandler Bing. Forget what I said about Joey. This is, I think, has the worst printing out of anything. I mean, the only thing that has going for it is that this minimalistic printing fits the character better, but it's still just not very good printing. And honestly, if you remove the laptop, this character sort of mostly reminds me of Cal Johnson from Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Like, look at it for a second. This could be Cal Johnson if this was just like brown or something. That face does not look like Chandler. It looks like Cal Johnson. And then he has an alternate expression. That fits him a little bit more, which is nice, I guess. But he has like barely any back printing. And I think I wouldn't hate the minifigure, but I wouldn't like it as much if it didn't came with this really great accessory. And this is a Dell laptop. Well, it says Lego where Dell should be, but it's pretty clearly a Dell laptop. And the cool thing is that it can be folded up, and you can grab onto it like a briefcase, and it can be opened. Well, it should be able to be opened. Maybe if I can pry this open. Give me a second. Okay, I finally got it open. But then with all the detail that there is inside, with all the keys and then the back, and then the fact that he can still hold on to it like a laptop, this is just the second best accessory in the whole set. But it is really, really good. The next minifigure is going to be Gunther. And he's also very generic, but I really do like this multicolored tie. I love the broom. Sorry I'm rushing. I'm just trying to make it within like I want to do it under 15 minutes so it doesn't get super long. Also because iMovie won't let me post if it's over 15 minutes. I mean, I asked YouTube to. Anyway. He has an alternate expression and was really smiling more. But anyway, I'm going to put him back behind the counter so he can pine after Rachel some more. So, yeah,